Hi Taurus and Taurus rising. Here's your horoscope for June 24th. I'm astrologer Joseph Anthony. Okay, we have a big month ahead. This is because the Sun, Venus, your ruler, and Jupiter are all in your second house of income and value. So this could be a really good month for financial matters. So it could go either way, okay? But usually with this kind of alignment, usually opportunities are being brought to you. Now again, this reading is for anyone who has a sun sign in Taurus or a rising sign in Taurus. This is a general sun sign, Western astrology, tropical reading right there. So when we look at this, it has to be very general because everyone's birth chart is different and everyone's birthday is different. So all the alignments are different. So, but anyway, with your ruler, Venus, so close to the sun, this is a very creative time for many of you. And so you need to take advantage of opportunities. Things will start coming your way, especially the second half of the month when some of these planets will move into the third house, which communication is definitely being highlighted throughout this entire month for many of you. So you need to take advantage. Plus, we have Mars that's going to leave Aries and go into your first house. Now, there's a lot of motivation coming in for you guys, okay? But Mars is also going to run into Pluto here in the 10th house. So some career matters may be on the table by mid-month that you'll have to take care of. But overall, I do see this as a very good month for making new moves, making some changes, reevaluating your belief systems, new opportunities coming your way, people offering you things, and communication is going to be through the roof for many of you. So this is going to be a big month for all of that. So if you're a writer or you do videos or you express yourself in some way, this could be a very good month for you for that. You might get a lot more attention or recognition, but you might find yourself a little overwhelmed at times. So be careful of that. Anyway, let's dive in a little deeper and see what the astrology looks like, okay? So also, I wanted to make mention, Jupiter is now in your second house for the next year. So this is going to be very important for you in terms of expansion in some way. So if any opportunity for writing, speaking, doing presentations, videos, anything of that nature is going to be in the wheelhouse for you guys for the next year, all the way till May of 2025. So keep that in mind. Now, Jupiter in Gemini will trine Pluto in Aquarius. Now, this is a wonderful alignment because it could bring some great opportunities coming your way to enhance that speaking or communication of some kind or self-expression, because it's the 10th house of career Pluto and the second house of self-expression and partnerships also. So this could be something really nice as we begin the month of June. So as you can see here, some wonderful alignments are starting to line up. Now, Mercury enters Gemini on the 3rd right here, so the communication goes up even more. Mercury is in its home sign of Gemini. So Mercury in Gemini loves to think, and it loves to process information. It loves self-expression. It loves creativity. It likes taking on too much. But notice we also have 4 planets right now at this time, right on the 3rd, and then some in that second house. So this is going to be a very big month for communication. But there's more. The new moon in Gemini on the 6th. It'll be at 16 degrees, so wherever this is in your actual birth chart, that's the area that gets lit up. Now we have a new moon highlighting this area of your chart the next 2 weeks. So once again, communication is going through the roof. Self-expression, creativity, people reaching out, financial opportunity, anything to do with investments. This is all on the table right now because of the new moon and all these other planets, as you can see here. And Venus is closely conjunct this. It's at 16 degrees, and this new moon is at 16 degrees. This could also be a partnership potential. So keep that in mind as well. A new partnership, new business venture, whatever it is, there could be something new that comes into the picture here. Now, Mars enters Taurus on the 9th. So now the motivation goes up even more, because now Mars is in your first house. The first house represents motivation, drive, determination, your physical appearance, how you see yourself, how others see you, and it can make you very impulsive. Mars in the first house could make people very impulsive. So right away on the 9th, we start feeling the energy changing, shifting dramatically. And unfortunately, Mars is going to be going into a square with Pluto in the 10th house of career. So from the 9th on, even though it's a good thing to have Mars in the first house, On the 11th, it exactly squares Pluto in the 10th house. So this has a lot to do with a little friction, a little tension, a little restlessness. Maybe you're overwhelmed with this new project or endeavor. Maybe you're having an issue with someone else. Maybe the public. Maybe you're having something to do with the local government, because the 10th house represents governments. Could have something to do with a family matter, like a father figure, because the 10th house represents father. Whatever it is, you got a couple of days here from the 9th on where Pluto will be squared, Mars. And these are usually a bit of conflict, inner turmoil, restlessness, overanalyzing oneself and wanting to just break free from something, you see. And so we need to pay attention to this because it's going to feel a little rough at this point. I'm not going to lie to you, it's going to feel a little rough. So you have to do the best you can to center yourself, spend time in nature, get back to the basics because that'll help you. All right. Venus enters Cancer. Now, your ruler Venus now switches signs on the 17th right there. She goes into Cancer in the 3rd house, along with Mercury, by the way, about the same time. So Venus and Mercury in the 3rd house continues the communication, but now it's a little bit more cautious communication. It's, paying attention to what you're saying. It's family-oriented. Cancer is all about family. So now the self-expression is changed a little bit. You're still talking, but now you're putting either more passion into it or you have more of a desire to express yourself in a more sensitive way, in a more emotional way. And so this is how the dynamics begin to change. And so with Mercury there, same thing, except Mercury doesn't do that great in Cancer because it's, one sign's very thinky oriented and the other one is very emotional oriented. So sometimes it's hard to express one's emotions when you have, all that energy that you don't know how to express. So this is going to be continued self-expression, but maybe in a different way. You might also be doing some light traveling because the 3rd house represents light traveling. So you have that dynamic going on too. Okay, on the 20th and 21st, the Sun enters Cancer. Right there, joining Venus, joining Mercury, all in the 3rd house of communication. So now the energy goes up even higher because now we have another planet here making a significant amount of energy, increasing the amount of energy. This also marks the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere. So once again, the creative juices are flowing big time for many of you. So you need to pay attention to what you're doing and let that creativity flow. But it's in cautious Cancer, and your sign can be very cautious as well. So you might find yourself in a very practical manner and doing things in a very practical way, in a cautious way, but still self-expression and creativity. Real estate could also be in the mix here because Cancer rules real estate. So this could be a part of the dynamics as well. Now, the full moon this month is also right around that time when the Sun enters Cancer. The full moon will be on the 21st and 22nd. It'll be at 1 degree of Capricorn, so wherever that is in your actual birth chart. That's the area that gets lit up. And so with the Sun opposing the moon, this always brings in a little friction, but fortunately it's in a favorable alignment for you. It's in the 9th house and the 3rd house. So once again, communication is absolutely highlighted here. Now, because the Sun will also be in conjuncting Pluto, it may have something to do with your career, your status, where you're going, education, traveling, teaching. You might be called out to do some more teaching or something along those lines. So this could be very important for you guys to spend some time teaching or like I said, light traveling. That could be in the mix as well. Whatever it is, you're getting a lot more attention this month, especially around this full moon. And last but not least, we have Saturn that goes retrograde in Pisces right here. Here it is in stationary position. Now this is normal. Usually like twice a year, Saturn goes retrograde. So here it is in Pisces, in your 11th house of hopes and wishes for the future. But this is the house that's also associated with dreams about your long-term goals, acquaintances, people around you, friendships, clubs and charities. This is all falls under this umbrella as well. So as this goes retrograde, you'll be thinking about your spirituality, your future. What is it that you want? Where are you going? What's important to you? This is all going to be sort of subconsciously on the table. So all these other planets that you have going on here will probably override much of this. But it's not a big deal to have this retrograde like this. It just means you're going within to try and figure things out a little bit more. Okay, so there you have it. You have a big month ahead. Time for self-expression, creativity, new projects, new endeavors, and there's a little speed bump in the middle of the month. But overall, I do see a very positive month coming for many of you. Okay, so by the way, stay tuned here. I have a very important message that I'd like to share with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Hi, thank you so much for watching my monthly astrology. I really appreciate your support over the years. Have you ever considered learning astrology? Well, you're in luck because I've created a full online astrology course in my private community. It's a full 6-module course that takes you from the beginning of astrology, what it all means, the mythologies, the houses, all the way to the more advanced techniques such as progressions, solar returns, how to read transits, how to make predictions. It's all there in this course here. And I even dive into some of the mysterious stuff, you know, what some of the symbolism is all about. So I think you might want to check it out if you're interested. Along with the course, we have a very tight-knit community here where everyone helps each other out. And so if someone knows a lot about astrology, they help other people with astrology. So it's a community that really gets involved and, you know, really wants to learn and help each other out. But as you can see here, I have a whole lot more on this private community. I also have the Inner Circle live calls each week. Now, this is something that I do twice a month on YouTube, but here I do them on a weekly basis. And I talk about various topics. You get to ask me questions, we interact, and we learn a whole lot more than just astrology. So this could be anything from astrology to what's going on in the world, predictions, politics, whatever it is. We talk about it in the Inner Circle calls. Of course, I do have videos here that I do not have on YouTube, so you get those too. And then I've got a private resource vault, which has videos that I suggest watching, books suggested reading, meditations, and more. So if you're interested in learning astrology or want to be part of a great community that's really growing fast, head on over to the link down below and click on the link and join today. All right? Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.